If you're an executive, a leader, a founder, basically anyone who carries responsibility, this might land a bit close to home. You know that feeling when you're doing all the right things, but something still feels off? On paper, you're functioning, you're competent, people rely on you. You're the one that keeps things moving, but inside, there's a little low-level friction. Like you're constantly managing yourself, managing your reactions, managing your energy, managing how you come across. And sometimes it's not even dramatic, it's just tiring. So I want to talk about something that's become a big part of my work as a leadership depth coach, grounded mainly in a psycho-spiritual approach. And don't worry, I'm not going to get all woo-woo on you. This is actually very practical. Here's the basic idea. Most leadership challenges aren't just out there. They're not only about strategy, communication, skills, KPIs, or productivity systems. A lot of the real struggle is internal. It's the fact that you've got different parts inside you pulling in different directions. And if you never thought about yourself this way, just listen for a second and tell me if this sounds familiar. There's a part of you that wants to be brave, direct, clear, decisive, and there's another part that wants to keep everyone happy because conflict feels risky. There's a part that wants control because uncertainty makes your stomach drop. There's a part that wants to rest, slow down, step back. And then another part that says, no, keep going. If you stop, it'll all fall apart. That's not you being broken. That's you being human. Basically, these are parts of your personality that form for good reason. And the thing is, most of these parts started as helpers. They were protective, useful. They got you through. But over time, they can start running the show without you realizing. They've probably outlived their time of need. And that's often when leadership starts to feel heavy. Now here's the part I find genuinely relieving. In my approach, we don't say you are your anxiety or you are your inner critic or you are your need for control. We say you have anxiety or you have an inner critic or you have a controller part. But you are not only those things. There's also something in you that can notice all of that. And that part, the part of you that can observe, the part of you that can choose, that is a critical part. A psychospiritual approach calls that the I, like the conscious self. It's not your job, it's not your performance, it's not your personality patterns. Yet it influences all of that. Just the center of awareness in you. And once you can access that center, even a little bit, everything changes. Because then you can do something that most leaders were never taught to do. You can stop being fused with your reactions. And you can start relating to them. Let me make this super real. Say you're about to have a difficult conversation. And suddenly you feel this tightness in your chest. Your mind starts rehearsing. The various different arguments that you might bring forth. You're thinking, hang on, this could go bad. In that moment, maybe your protector part steps over, the one that wants to control the outcomes, or the part that avoids conflict, or the part that over-explains to make sure nobody is upset. And if you're inside that part, it feels like the truth. It feels like, this is who I am. But if you can step back and go, a part of me is scared. You're already way ahead of the pack. You've created the space. Now you have options. You can even get curious. What is this part trying to protect? What does it think will happen if I'm direct? What does it need from me as the grown-up me so it can relax a little? This is what psychospiritual coaching looks like in real life. It's not sitting on a mountaintop. It's not escaping leadership. It's learning how to lead your inner world so you can lead your outer world. And this is where spiritual part comes in. Again, not religion, not fluff. Spiritual here means meaning, values, purpose, conscience, and a sense of what's right. It's the part of you that wants to lead in a way that you respect when you look back. Not just achieve, not just survive, but actually live authentically and lead with integrity. And when those two things come together, the psychological and the spiritual, something powerful happens. Your leadership becomes less reactive, less performative, less driven by old fear and old roles and old patterns, and more grounded, more steady, more you. So if you're listening and thinking, okay, what do I do with this? Here's a small practice you can try today. Next time you feel triggered or pressured or overwhelmed, pause for 10 seconds, take a couple of deep breaths and ask, what part of me is active right now? Just name it. The pleaser, the controller, the perfectionist, the rescuer, the avoider, the critic. Then ask, what is it trying to protect? And then, what would I choose from my center? Now, you might not be able to do this right there in that moment, but afterwards, maybe just take a moment to reflect on that particular event. That last question is key because leaders don't need more information. They need more access to their center, especially under pressure. If this resonates and you want more of this kind of conversation, practical inner work for real leadership, visit my website pietropazi.com to learn more, and where you'll also find a link to book a free exploratory chat with me. And if you're in a season where leadership is asking something deeper of you, you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. It might just be time for a more integrated way of leading.